Hey everyone, Hurricane Liz here, and in this episode, I take a little bit of a detour and I show you guys a brand new side hustle on my top side hustle for the end of 2020 that involves very small budget, but it does involve a lot of hustle. So let's talk a little bit more about this side hustle and why I'm super excited. So this side hustle is none other than the shoe niche. And while I hear a lot of people saying like, okay, but there's so many people out there doing it and there's so much competition and it's just hard to do this. That's certainly not the case. So what I basically did is I started with a very small budget and I went to Ross and Marshall's for 4 straight days. Today will be my actual 4th day, but I will say this much, I had to walk there, right? Because I got 2 options to get there, Uber or the old Fred Flintstone way. So I used the Freddie Flintstone way and I walked there for 4 straight days, rain, sun, or shine, and it was raining 2 of those days. Trust me when I say that. I walked there and I still managed to find some shoes every single day. And the fact of the matter is, you never really know when they put their shoes back up and when they take them and when people buy them. So you'll find all sorts of surprises if you start to do this consistently every single day. Now, keep in mind, I'm within a certain radius of only 3 stores, and I literally walked to all 3 stores every single day. And you're gonna see in this video today what I found. And I wanna remind you guys, this is what I originally started with when I first started selling online. I literally took everything in my garage and sold anything I could sell to fund my first business. And in this video, I'm going to show you how instead you can go out there and find products ready for you to sell, ready to list on several different sites. There's several choices that you can actually put. There's several choices that you have. So you're going to learn that and a heck of a lot more. And remember, this is what built my empire. So these Amazon numbers from one single store are thanks to shoes like this, which I found in Ross and Marshall's. And I'm gonna document every single bit of what I did in this video and in others if you guys like it. So last thing that I wanted to point out, it doesn't matter where you come from, how old you are, what kind of health you're in, but my late mother who passed away about 6 months ago used to help me with this business. And again, she had health problems, she was older, and there was all sorts of things wrong with her, but she was still able to hustle and help me build the empire that I have today. So like I said, it's all about hard work, hustle, and support. So I'm here to support you. I hope you're gonna support me, and I hope you like this video. Let's go ahead and get started, and let's jump straight in. All right, so here we are, and I'm gonna show you the site that makes this magic happen and makes it super easy. There's actually 2 of them. There's one that's called StockX, and the other one is called Goat, and it's pretty much just goat.com. No, not like bah. We're not talking about that old school kind of goat. We're talking about the GOAT, meaning G-O-A-T, greatest of all time. And Goat makes it super easy. All you got to do is get their app, and you pretty much do everything through your app. But you can look online. You can look online for what's for sale. And the other one is StockX. And most people see these ticker symbols at the bottom, and they're like, am I at a stock website? No, you're not. You're at a shoe actual website for shoe and sneaker resellers. And the whole purpose of these actual like tickers is it shows you if prices are what people are bidding and what people are asking for these actual shoes. So you can pretty much walk into a Marshall's, kind of like I did right here. I walked into this Marshall's and I found this pair of Air Force Ones. These things were $35, brand new. The box is in perfect condition. Now that's one thing you have to pay attention to. On GOAT, you can sell a damaged box, you can sell no box, and you can sell something in perfect condition. But on StockX, you got to have a nice box. So they pay very close attention to that. So don't just go into Marshall's and pick up the trashiest looking box, but an awesome pair of Jordans or something like that. You got to make sure the box looks just as good as the sneakers. So let's go ahead and jump in and take a look at these actual shoes. And the easiest way to look for shoes when you go into one of these stores is they got a code right here. So if you want to kind of take a look here, it says AT4144. That's the actual code for the shoe. All you got to do is punch that into the app. In this case, if you're live at the store, you can punch it into the app, which is StockX, and it'll pull up these sneakers, right? And I can clearly see if I haven't even tried to put the 100 in here, but I'm sure it'll work. There they are. It's these right here, these floral print Air Force Ones. And you're gonna see that right here, I picked up 4 pairs of size 12, and I've sold a couple of them. I even listed one live on the actual video that I showed you last time. But my size 12 right now, it's at 104. So I paid $37 and now they're selling for $104, but the reality is they're selling right now for the highest bid, which is 90, which basically means somebody will instantly buy this and somebody has already given StockX money to purchase these shoes. All that has to happen next is if you take this actual price, you'll notice that I'm right here currently at 105, but if I take this price right now, I'll get paid that $90 minus StockX fees. So let's talk about StockX fees. Here we are, and here are the fees. So if I immediately took that $90, I would get 90 minus those fees. And remember, I paid $34.99 for these, which came out to $37.88 with tax in Florida or something on or around that. I'm not very good at math, but that's what I can recall. And I'll tell you this much, I can't recall much. So based off of that, we've got level 1, which that I'm brand new. I get 9.5% transaction fee, but also a 3% payment processing fee. So I'm basically giving StockX 12.5% of the total transaction. And again, like I said, since I'm really bad at math and all that shit, I got to calculate it here. So that's 90 times 0.125, we've got $11.25 in fees minus the $90 means I get $78.75 just for having picked these up at Marshall's. And again, I got 4 pairs. So $78.75 minus the $37.88 I paid, I end up with $40.87 per shoe. And the last thing I forgot to tell you guys is I went to Marshall's, not even intending to go to Marshall's shopping. I just figured, hey, I'm here, why not do this? I know a lot of people do this on YouTube. Let me give it a shot. And I looked and searched through all the men's section, found nothing, then went over to the women's section and realized they had some men's shoes over in the women's section, and nobody really gives a shit about those women's tennis shoes. All they care about is the sandals. It's summertime in Miami, right? So I found those 4, that's 40 times 4 is $160 just from stopping at Marshall's because I was out eating and I figured, oh, let me just give this a shot. So again, you can make a lot of money. Now, since then, I decided, hey, let me give myself a challenge and let me see what would happen if I went to Marshall's and Ross for 7 straight days in a row. And I'll tell you this much, today will be day 4 as I haven't gone there yet. But let's talk about what I managed to find and what happened. For starters, I will say this much. I hear a lot of people gripe and say shit like, oh, I can't do that, Liz. I'm here or I'm there. I can't just do that. I don't have any of that available. Well, I will say this much. I don't have a car, guys and girls, which means I got 2 choices, Uber or the old Fred Flintstone way, which is really not even a car. It's me running over there. So I basically decided to walk to the Rosses and Marshalls in my vicinity. So that can somewhat be a problem, but there are 2 Rosses and 1 Marshalls around me. So every single day for the past 3 days, I've been walking to Marshalls and Ross in Miami, rain, sun, or shine. Luckily, there's no snow, but there has been rain for the past 2 days. And in those 3 days, every single day I found something. So I'm about to show you guys what to look out if you're out there, especially right now. Now, a lot of people will say, Liz, my Ross isn't open. Well, here's the good news. If you get over to Ross and or Burlington on opening day, they are guaranteed to have a sale because that's basically what they've done all around the country. And I'm talking about sometimes 20%, sometimes 30%, and sometimes 50%. And so the stuff that I got is the freaking sloppy seconds. I got sloppy seconds on everything that I got, but yet I've still found some pretty damn good shit. So I'm about to go show you guys that shit, and I'm also about to show you what prices I got some of these things for, and I think you're gonna be shocked. And again, please excuse me if you are a sneakerhead. I don't know this terminology. All I do is at least have somewhat of a brain and a 100% discipline and the motivation to get out there and actually do this as well as share it with you guys. So that's all I've got. I don't know what half these shoes are, but I'm learning as fast as I can. And I will also say this, there is a second way to get these shoes and then you can take it to a whole nother level. But I'm only gonna cover that if you guys tell me to cover that and in another video. But let's go to talk about what I picked up. And I will give you guys a teaser. I did pick this one up, which was brand new on the Nike sneakers app. And I actually got 4 pairs of these through the second actual way that you can do this, which again, I'll cover in another video if you guys ask for it. But on these things, all but this last one, I made an average of about $50 to $60 selling these things, and I sold them through StockX, Goat, and eBay. All right, so this is the first pair that I picked up for $2.99, and I'll see if I have the tag still. I might have fallen somewhere. Okay, so here we are. It says, it probably is not gonna focus in there, but it's $2.99 for these. These are Nike Air Force 270s, and you're gonna notice right here, that it's selling for $152. And I picked these up for $3 whole. And they were just sitting there. Here's another thing. I think these were mispriced. And again, the harder you work, the luckier you get. There was another pair that was priced at $75 that was the same exact kind. But again, I got these for a whole $3. Now, the second pair, and I was questionable about these. I wasn't 100% certain if I wanted to pick them up. I'd seen a lot of other people picking them up because I saw some other YouTube videos. But these I picked up for 99 cents, I want to say. But they're Nike Trouts cleats. And I figured, why the hell not? Where else am I going to get cleats like this for 99 cents? And they're a size 12, so it's a pretty good size. We're not talking about Bigfoot, but we're talking about cleats for kids playing football and shit like that. All right, so the next pair that I picked up that I just left over there in the stack because I didn't think it was too exciting. They were also $2.99, but they sold for $28.99. And there are these Alpha Huarache Varsity metal baseball cleats. That was another $2.99 find. Now we'll get on to the ones that cost a little bit more. I want to say that these golf shoes were like $7. So these are Nike Golfs. And these are selling pretty well right now. I don't have, but I did pick up a couple pairs of them. I do think that these kind of are like flooded because I saw a lot of listings, but I still picked them up because $10 and I think they sell, let's just take a look at them. Nike Golf. And the way that you find out at Ross, they don't have a box, right? So it's completely different from StockX. With Ross, what you got to do is you got to look at either the tongue has that number here. So this one's like, and I'm blind as a bat, so I can barely see this. So if you guys are young out there and in your 20s, then you're not gonna have a problem with this. But blind bats like me have problems with this because I cannot really see that shit, and I'm just too proud to wear some glasses and be like a damn grandma. And these right here, well, notice this is a bid one, but there's 46 results for these guys, and they're at 40 some dollars. And like I said, I only paid like $6 for these things. And I'm just gonna look at sold items, and we'll see that there's over 10 results for like $55 or so. So these are new. There's the pre-owned for $16.90, but brand new, like $55. And like I said, I paid $10. So where else are you gonna get a return like that? All right, the next pair are these Jordan cleats. And these I picked up for, I want to say $24.99. And again, on these, it's even harder to see what I was telling you guys about, because on these, you got to like look deep inside here. It's like, you can't even see, it looks like a black hole. Whoa. But they're kind of right here on the side. They're not actually on the tongue. So all I basically do when I can't see that and I'm a blind bat is there's 2 tips I can give you guys. Other than get a brand new set of eyes, which is kind of impossible. You probably have to wait for about another 10 years to do that. So hopefully I'm still around. But you either, again, get a magnifying glass or put your phone in there and take a picture. Or what I basically do is I'll just search them. Nike Jordan cleats, black. And I think these are Jordan 11 cleats. I want to say they're Jordan 11. I've learned that since I've been doing this. And Jordan 11 cleats, there they are, all black. You'll notice that they're like $130. So once I kind of have this little number here that I know, I'll have my eBay app and I'll have StockX. If I find the box, I'll put it in StockX. I find that's a lot easier like that. But if I don't have StockX, what I'll do is I'll just get this little number once I can find it and I'll look it up, right? And these, you'll see the crazy prices for these right now. $170, $160, $110, and I paid $23, I think I said. And then I'll look to see how many are listed, which in this case there's 73, and then I'll take a look at how many have sold, so I kind of see a ratio. So 15 sales off of the 73 that they're listed means I might be sitting on them for a little while. If you see like a lot more results, means a lot more sales than listings, then you're going to sell through those puppies as fast as Speedy Gonzalez racing away from a marriage proposal, or from a cat for that matter. So these, pretty dope if you ask me. Like, that's a pretty sweet pickup. Now, a couple more that I'll show you guys, and then I'll let you kind of get out there and go crazy, do whatever you want with it. But I picked up for $26. These are Adidas. I think they're like Boost or something like that. But again, these are much easier when you're at Ross because they've got this little tag here that says CG6084. So all I got to do is go into eBay and type that CG6084, and then it pops up the actual product itself. So these, as you can see, they're like 80, 65, 85, and I got them for $25. So $25, and I'll probably at least get $30 back. I don't know the amount. And then these, I'll just go to show you that there's not a lot of people doing this out there. It seems like there is when you see all these YouTubers, but there's not. I saw these sitting on the shelf for 2 days, and it wasn't until I saw a video with somebody saying that these were so sweet that they'd never seen one on a shelf. and things like that I was like, holy shit, I left those behind 2 days in a row. And when I saw them again, I had no idea what to call them. So I basically did Under Armour white, black camo, and I came across these actual shoes, and then I put shoes at the end when I couldn't find the shoes. And then what I came up with was that these guys, let's go to available. And you know, I can't even find them now, but I'll take my word for it. I don't know what they're called. Maybe somebody in the comments can tell me what they're called. But these go for $100, and I paid, I want to say it was $20 for these things. So thank God I watched that video, and thank God these were still sitting there on the shelf, because I probably made myself about $60 there. All right, and then the last three that I wanted to show you was this Huarache South Beach edition. And I figure I'll just pick up this puppy because I'm in Miami, right? And that's kind of the way we would play it. So South Beach, Huarache, I'm just going to look for it like that because I don't feel like looking at the actual tag, or you guys get the picture. These, I want to say, are going for about $100. I can't remember the exact amount, but it's somewhere around the 100 mark. And that's why I picked them up. I was like, that's pretty sweet. The one thing about these is that I did notice after I picked them up that they had a stain, but I saw on a couple other channels how you can try and clean them up. So I'll try to do that. And if I can't get it off, I'll just put that they have a stain on them. But it's so like minor that I don't think anybody is really going to give a crap if they want them. Now, a couple other ones that I picked up, these, another pair of Adidas Boost. What I've learned so far is that like Boost or NMDs in almost any colorway, which is basically the color style, is a hot seller. And the last one that I wanted to show you guys is this one, because I was like totally stoked about this one. I don't know why I saw it and I just grabbed it and I was like, let me look this thing up, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And I seen a lot of people talk about the Steph Curry shoes, but I didn't even think that they were that great. I didn't see them. I don't know how well they sell, but these are called Steph Curry Unleash Chaos. So what I came to find out about these actual shoes and why I'm so stoked about them is you can see the prices here: $549, $299, $249. These are in black. $1,000, which is the exact shoe that I have here, except I have a different size. $1,000 for this actual shoe. It turns out that this shoe was never released, yet it was sitting in Ross, and I picked it up for $45. So I imagine, based off of not the 1,000, because I think that guy's just listing it for that because he's like the only guy in fucking America that has it. So America, yeah, right? So I take a look at the completed and sold listings, and I forgot to check off sold there. And what I noticed is that only the black pairs have sold for about $200. But I mean, this is one of the only white pairs out there, so they're pretty sweet. They don't fit me, so I would definitely, I have a big foot, so I'm like the big foot that I was teasing earlier. And so what I probably do is list it for like 500, or just put 1,000 best offer and see what kind of offers I get, right? So I really did this all I just walked to Ross for 3 days in a row, and today will be my 4th day. But my whole purpose of doing that is to document this and to show you guys that as long as you have a will and a way, which I just gave you the way, you can make money starting from pretty much scratch and turn it into whatever it is that you want to turn it into. This is the exact way I started, except I was doing retail arbitrage at Ross, like toys and stuff. And this is the way I'm doing it again, just to show you guys to get out there and make some money. It's easier now more than ever. And these Amazon results were a result of my hustle and a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that I put into this. And I used to actually do this with my mom, who passed away recently, and do this. You can do it no matter who you are, from whatever walk of life you are. I'm showing you that it's possible, and I'm starting again from scratch without even a car. So get out there and do it. Peace.